Shri Guru Shri Punaragamana Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Sakadana Raghunathan Vitam Tamsajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijanajakaitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Sakadana Lalita Shri Vishnathan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinam Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taprakanta Vinayate Vedanta Shri Devi Brahma Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Gamdevi Kavirani, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Vinashaka Bhakta-Vatsala Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki Jai. Bhakta-Vatsala Ganga Balaji Shri Devi Bhudevi Lakshmi Devi ki Jai. Shri Ram Sita Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai. Ramaya Rama Bhadraya Ramaya Rama Bhadraya Raghunathaya Vedase Raghunathaya Vedase Raghunathaya Shri Guru Deenatarinam Paramanandamagadam Shri Chaitanya Iskcon. Anybody wants Kannada translation? Hari Kannada Magade page. Listen. Sankocha padbedi. Everybody understands English? Very good. Only one person. ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನುವಾದ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಗುರಾರಿ ಪ್ರಭು ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗುರಾರಿ ಕಾರ್ನರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರಾರಿಕರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಗುರಾರಿಕರು ಅನುವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅನುವಾದ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹತ್ರ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮುಖಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ನಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಮಹಾಮದೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ದೀನಕಾರಿಣಂ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧವಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಈಶ್ವರಂ. Krishna. So tomorrow around this time I think the final festivities connected to the Pran Pratishtha of Ramlala will be proceeding. I think they are concluding it between 11:30 and 12:15, 12:16 or something. 11:30 to 12:18, something like that. The final Pran Pratishtha moment happens during that time. Very rare, special, historic event. Somehow it is uniting all people of this country. I was in Hyderabad yesterday, day before. I see that every 100 feet you go on the road, there's a huge cutout of Lord Rama. I heard it's, even in Bengaluru there are many cutouts like this. So the whole nation is celebrating. It shows that Vedic culture is not all lost. Very heartening to see that. Yesterday there was a program in IIT Hyderabad and BITS Hyderabad, BITS Pilani's campus in Hyderabad. So it is said, Amogalila Prabhu, a very senior ISCON devotee, very famous devotee, very popular speaker, very nice motivational speaker also. He was invited, they went and met the dean, etc. Initially they said no, all of them, all the teachers, the faculty, dean, and no, we can't have religious discourses here. Then I believe they checked with the student leaders also. Then the student leaders told Amogalila Prabhu and ISCON Hyderabad team that if he is going to speak about Lord Rama, we will get you the permission. If we are going to talk about Lord Rama, then we will get permission. We will fight it out like that. So Amogalila Prabhu actually ended up speaking in both these places, IIT Hyderabad and BITS Hyderabad, about Lord Rama's Leelas. He said that they were clapping and whistling every time he spoke something about Lord Rama, something nice about Lord Rama. He said they were whistling and clapping and saying loudly, Jai Shri Ram, etc. Seemed like a... So even, you see, this is a little heartening because even the youth of this country who normally not take so much interest, they are also so excited about it. See, speaking on a global scale, the only society which is in a very systematic way cultivating the youth, attracting the youth, empowering the youth, engaging them in a variety of different services is ISCON, Prabhupada's ISCON. In other places, I don't know why. Neither they care or somehow it kind of doesn't take off. So, Lord Rama is re-entering. It's actually called Punaragamana because he was there originally as the king of Ayodhya, Koshala Pradesh it's called. Ayodhya is the capital of Koshala Pradesh. And then he goes into the forest for 14 years and then he comes back and he's made the king again. But here in this case, I don't know where Lord Rama was there. Somehow they broke that temple and something happened and Lord Rama had to go away or hide or something. This time it was not for 14 years, this time it was for almost 500 years they sent him away, Lord Rama, and they thought people will forget about Lord Rama. And I think that's what they must have thought. 500 years, answers also about here, bullying. But Lord Rama is so dear, so closely connected with our heart. He reappeared like a phoenix. Now, ISCON has a very large camp there. Maybe 10-acre land or something they've given camp. And they're doing 3 things. Harinam, I think we should, for now we should call it Ramanam for the next few days. They're doing Ramanam, they're doing Gita distribution, and they're doing Prasadam distribution. Devotees have come from more than 40 countries, I heard. It's a complete global effort by ISCON leaders because the camp was inaugurated yesterday. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami, Bhognath Swami, Gopal Krishna Swami, Radhanath Swami, Bhakti Rasamrita Swami, and a few other sannyasis were there during the inauguration. And every day they go on that Padayatra cart and they do Kirtan and distribute Gita and distribute Prasadam. So it's a big effort that is being put up by all these Indian temples put together. So this is a very appropriate time to open the Ramayana and look at those pages which describe the coming back of Lord Rama to Ayodhya. That's what is happening. He's coming back into Ayodhya. So we can open the pages of Ramayana and see Lord is coming back to Ayodhya and in what manner he is coming back. And why there's so much excitement is there. So it said that after the battle with Ravana is over and after Ravana is killed and Lanka is taken over and Vibhishana is crowned the king, practically everything is over now and Lord Rama is preparing to go back to Ayodhya. Then he calls Hanuman and tells him that you know where Sita is, Mother Sita is. You better go there and inform her that the battle is now over. Ravana has been vanquished, has been defeated, has been killed, along with the entire army of Ravana. So now you are free. You are no longer a captive. You are not in captivity. You are absolutely free. Just a matter of time before Lord Rama will, your husband will call for you and you will be reunited with him. So Hanuman becomes very happy. Actually, you should see that if you read the Ramayana, you will see that each one of those personalities are very unique and very special. Sita, Mother Sita, Varada, Lakshmana, Hanuman, Shatrugna. Very unique, very sweet personality. And of course, Rama is the sweetest of all. So Hanuman will go to Mother Sita and then he will say, see, in the meanwhile, Ravana's messengers would have tried to confuse Sita many times. They go to Sita, Mother Sita and say, in the battle, Lord Rama was killed. They will tell. And they will scare her. They will say, come, we will take you, we will shoot you also. So they bring her in something, some vehicle which floats in the air or something. They say, see, Lord Rama is lying there like that. So Sita gets terribly confused and confounded. And she's crying bitterly. Then Vibhishana's daughter, I think her name is Dasa, she will pacify Sita. It's not true. It's just a game because these Rakshasas are capable of doing this type of magic illusion. So they're doing something to scare you so that you'll accept the shelter of Ravana in a very unfair way they're trying to do. Don't believe in it. So Sita, Mother Sita goes through a very, very intense period of torture and harassment and intimidation by all the people, by the Rakshasas who surround her. Krishna turns out to be the only friend that she has. So Hanuman goes there, he gives Sita is so relieved. She is hankering, when will that moment come when Lord Rama will call for me and we will be reunited, etc. Hanuman will say, anytime now, anytime. I just came here at the beginning of Lord Rama to pass on this message to you. And then the Rakshasas who are guarding Mother Sita, actually not guarding, who are harassing and torturing, intimidating and insulting Mother Sita, they become very scared because battle is over, Ravana is lost. And they were very unfair and cruel to Mother Sita, very cruel. So Hanuman will tell Mother Sita, if you give me the permission, I will punish all of them. When I came last time to meet you, I was sitting on the tree in Ashokamana and I was observing how they were mistreating you, ill-treating you. I will kill them. They deserve to be killed for what they have done to you. They are harassing and intimidating you. And these Rakshasas become so scared, these demonesses. They don't know where to go. They don't know if they can go back and take shelter of Mother Sita because they have been terribly cruel to her. Insulting her, harassing, like I said. Then Mother Sita will tell Hanuman, don't do that. It's not correct. Hanuman will be surprised. Don't do what? So don't punish them. They don't deserve to be punished. Hanuman will be even more surprised. Then Mother Sita will speak like a universal mother that she is. She is the mother of the entire creation. Mother Sita will say, they are only employees. They did what their master told them. On their own, I don't think they hate me or dislike me. They just did something because they were asked to. They are employees. They were told to. They were ordered to do it. So if anybody has to be punished, it is their master, Ramana. Anyway, you are saying that Ramana has been taken care of. He has been suitably punished by Lord Rama. He has been killed by Lord Rama. So why you want to punish them? Hanuman is so surprised. He says that, I mean, how can anybody be like this? So kind, so universally compassionate. But Mother Sita is not just the wife of Lord Rama, she is the universal mother. She is God, she is the, Krishna's eternal consort. Rama's eternal consort, Mother Sita, mother of whole creation. So she will take a particularly compassionate look at all these demonesses. And even these Rakshasis become so surprised. They never expected that Mother Sita would come to their rescue. They never expected. So they become very grateful, and then they start realizing that how much they have wronged Mother Sita. They all go and beg pardon from Mother Sita. And in the process of explaining to Hanuman, Mother Sita also gives a very philosophical instruction to Hanuman. She says that we have our swadharma, that means our nature. And our nature should be to be kind, forgiving, very gentle, very tolerant. Very forgiving and very tolerant towards others who make mistakes towards us. Mother Sita tells this. And she tells Hanuman, I'll tell you a small story to illustrate this. This is a story that Mother Sita is telling to Hanuman. Very sweet, that portion of Ramayana is very, very sweet. Mother Sita will instruct Hanuman like a mother, affectionately. And the story goes like this. I'll just summarize the story. There's a hunter hunting a bear. And he's in the forest and he's hunting a bear. And the bear gets scared because he's got this bow and arrow and all that, and he's running away, and the bear will climb up a tree and escape by sitting on the tree. And in the meanwhile, this hunter is being chased by a tiger. So the tiger is chasing the hunter also has to hide somewhere, save himself. The hunter will climb up on the same tree. Mother Sita's story. It's there in the Valmiki. The hunter also will climb up and sit on the tree. He's sitting on one tree, bear is sitting on one tree, and the tiger is waiting downstairs, in the ground. All are looking at each other, and the tiger will make a proposal. The tiger will say, that bear is there. I am hungry, I am not going to leave. I'll be here. One of you has to come down. One of you will come down, I am very sure about it. So it's between you and the bear. One of you give up and come down. Then the tiger will make a proposal to the hunter. Tiger will tell the hunter that you do one thing. The bear has gone to sleep on that branch. You cut that branch. Then the bear will fall down. Bear will fall down. I leave the bear and I'll go away, then you escape. And it appears that the hunter accepts this proposal. He will chop or break that branch on which the bear is sitting. And the bear will realize what's happening. Sleeping, wakes up, suddenly sees that the branch is coming down and there's a tiger below. And in order to save its life, the bear will hold on to some other branch as it's falling down. And the bear will clutch another branch and be saved. It will sit on that branch. And then everybody is surprised and they will come. This guy is looking with great fear at the bear because he tried to kill the bear by throwing it to the tiger. And the tiger is looking at this hunter and very compassionately looking at this hunter and looking at the way he's shivering in fear. What will the bear do? Now, the tiger will make a proposal to the bear. The tiger will tell the bear, see, he tried to kill you, and you did action. Actually, originally, the tiger will make a proposal to the bear. I forgot that part. Make a proposal to the bear, saying they're all animals of the forest. This guy is an intruder. Today he came to kill you, tomorrow he'll come to kill somebody else. You cut this branch and let him throw. That time, bear will say, no, I cannot do that. He's lucky he found the branch, he's sitting there. Let him also live, I'll also live. I won't do that. Then the tiger makes a proposal to the hunter. That part of the story I didn't tell you. Now, the tiger will remind the bear, see, I told you, don't trust these people, they're all outsiders. If you try to save him, see what he did to you. He tried to throw you through me. So at least now you wake up and don't trust these human beings, hunters or human beings or whatever. Human beings are very dangerous, never trust them. We should have a pact, we should be together, not outside people, whatever. So you cut the branch. Then we say, no, I will follow my dharma. I cannot do this. My dharma is to be kind, kind and tolerant, and I will not take revenge. That's not my dharma, that's not my nature. That is his fault, his weakness, his unfortunate state, yeah, I accept that he cannot be trusted, I don't trust, I never trusted him anyway. But I cannot cut the branch and throw him down, that I won't. I won't become a man. I'll stay a bear. If I will throw that man down, then I become like the man, same qualities. I won't, I'll stay as a bear. I think it's better to stay as a bear or something. So, Sita is telling the story. And she's telling this story, and then she's trying to get the bear to knock off the hunter down. But the bear is refusing. Bear is refusing and quoting scripture saying, that is his nature, but my nature, I cannot do that. I cannot be so cruel, I cannot be. I didn't disturb him when I was above him, now I am below him also, I won't disturb him. But he holds on to his dharma and says that I won't kill like that, he says. So Mother Sita speaks about it and says that even if they had these Rakshasis and demonesses had voluntarily on their own harassed me, I still would not approve punishing them. I would try to forgive them, rectify them, reform them, correct them or something like that, but I would not approve punishing them straight away. So this is what Mother Sita instructs Hanuman. Hanuman becomes stunned. He says, every one of them, Lakshmana, Mother Sita, Rama, everybody has a very sweet and a unique personality. Like that he feels. So when Lord Rama has finished liberating Sita, killing Ravana, enthroning Vibhishana, Darshanatha, who's staying in the heavenly planets, he will express a desire. All this is just before Lord Rama is returning to Ayodhya. I thought we'll just focus on those incidents that happened before Rama re-enters Ayodhya. So Darshanatha will express his desire that he wants to meet Lord Rama and Sita and Lakshmana. Because he says, when I parted from them, I was very sad, I was heartbroken. I was so bitter, I was so destroyed, devastated out of the pain that I had to go through because it was my fault that I promised Kaikeyi. I never had the courage to oppose her when she asked for these treacherous boots. So I kind of surrendered to her and I forced Lord Rama, who rightfully should have been the king, to go to the forest, etc. So Darshanatha obviously felt guilty. He felt he was responsible. Darshanatha felt very regretful, remorseful. So now everything is over. 14 years are over. Ravana is killed, Sita is saved, etc. So Darshanatha expresses his desire that in this state of mind, I would like to see Rama, just before he is returning to Ayodhya, triumphant, going there to become the king, take his rightful position. So Dasharatha feels that whatever he has wrong is being righted, is being corrected by time, passage of time. So Dasharatha will express a desire to meet Rama. Then from the heavenly planets is brought down in his, it's an ethereal body. He comes down. And he meets Rama, Sita, Lakshmana. And he has a conversation with Rama. In the conversation with Rama, he actually apologizes to Rama and says, I was so surrendered to Kaikeyi. I could not discriminate. What I did to you is unpardonable. I sent you to the forest. 14 years of Vanavas, whereas you should be the king or crown prince or something. All this is because of Kaikeyi. She was too attached to her son and she wanted her son to become the king and not you. And she was so envious of you and who knows, maybe even Varada was envious of you. Because Dasharatha is still feeling very bitter about what happened. So, I was made to punish you for no fault of yours. And that is why I disowned Kaikeyi. I don't accept her as my wife at all, nor do I accept Varada. Because they let me down by making this kind of prayer. So Dasharatha is speaking like that. Then Dasharatha Rama is very silent. He tells, don't speak like that, and becomes very silent. It deeply hurts you if you speak like that about Varada or Kaikeyi or anybody. And he becomes silent. Then Dasharatha says, I want to give you a boon. Rama is very nice, thank you. I would have asked for something anyway, even if you had not given me. And Lord Rama will say, yes, I want a boon from you. Lord Rama will then say to Dasharatha, my dear father, the boon I seek from you is that please accept that me coming to the forest is an act of destiny, is an act of time, samaya, destiny, fate, providence. Don't attribute this to Kaikeyi and Varada. And the boon I ask from you is, please remove even the smallest trace of anger, resentment, bitterness, or frustration, whatever you have towards my mother Kaikeyi and my dearest brother Varada. Remove it from your heart. He refers to Kaikeyi as my dear mother Kaikeyi and my dearest brother Varada. The boon I seek from you is remove this feeling from your heart. Dasharatha. Actually, if we read the Ramayana carefully, every incident, every page, every set of shlokas that describes something that has happened has some message for us, has some instruction for us. And also it shows the glory, the greatness of Lord Rama and his purity and his unconditional love for the devotees and like that. So here, Lord Rama is so magnanimous, so amazingly large-hearted, that he does not have any bitterness or anger or frustration. He looks at this, look at it as an act of fate, act of destiny, preordained. Why blame Kaikeyi for this? And by the way, what happened? Instead of living in the city, I lived in the forest. Instead of me becoming the crown prince, my dear brother became the crown prince. So what's the problem here? Many times Rama speaks like that. What's the problem here? Instead of me, my dear brother, he is more dear to me than my life. And my dear mother, she wished that her son should become the king, which is okay. How can you say it is wrong? So Rama speaks like that many times. So Dasharatha becomes speechless when he hears this request from Lord Rama. And he says, so be it. And then he meets Lakshmana. And he tells Lakshmana, you have been an ideal brother, amazing person. You took care of Lord Rama so well that in the forest 14 years and even afterwards, fighting on his behalf. Whenever I thought of Lord Rama in the forest struggling, my heart would be pacified at the thought of you being there as my representative on my behalf. I thought that you were my representative. On my behalf, you were there taking care of Lord Rama so nicely, so wonderfully. So my heart would be lightened whenever I thought of you and how nicely, how unconditionally, how carefully, how lovingly you have served. So I am very proud of you and I am very grateful. Lakshmana also speaks so nicely. He says, it was my duty anyway. I just discharged my duty. For me, it doesn't matter where Lord Rama is, in the heaven or the hell or forest or Chitrakoot or Dandakaranya or in the Lanka. My job is to serve him. My job is to be at his beck and call. And I did that, and with your blessings, I hope I will be able to do that all time to come. Krishna will say. For me, the only thing I am attached to is serving the Lord, serving my Lord of my life, Lord Rama. I don't know anything, I am not aware of anything, I am not attached to anything else. And I don't wish to be attached to anything else. I don't wish to be also. This is so sweet, this is so peaceful to be served Lord Rama. And then Dasharatha calls Sita. And he will pacify Sita and say that please don't mistake Lord Rama because he made you go through Agni Pariksha. He says sometimes kings and kshatriyas have to make very painful decisions because they are at the center of, they have power, authority, and they need to do many things that they would not otherwise have like to do. Like making you go through an Agni Pariksha. So you should forgive my son for making you do that, but he had to do it because he is a king and he has to establish that purity, chastity, everything, so that the world, people of this world do not comment. And that Sita also will speak so sweetly. She will say, how can I mistake anything that Lord Rama does? He is my master, and I am his servant. And I'm his wife. And in good times, bad times, difficult times, testing times, all times, I will play the role of a chaste, obedient wife. And I must thank you. Because of you, the Lord appeared in the form of Lord Rama, and then you gave me a chance to serve him as a wife. Nothing can be greater than this, nothing can give more pleasure than serving, being next to Lord Rama as his wife, as his consort, as his first support like that. So Dasharatha becomes so peaceful and satisfied that he met all of them, he thanks all of them, and then he says, with a very happy and relieved mind, he goes back to the heavenly planets, very relieved after blessing them abundantly, all three of them. And then Rama is thinking what he should do is sitting with Krishna and they're making plans how he can go back to Ayodhya. But Rama is asking, is there a shortcut? How long it will take? And so on. And Rama is thinking that 14 years are over, and so I have to get back immediately. Then Krishna will say, okay, I can see that you want to go back quickly. So if you don't mind, can I be of some service in helping you go back? And then Krishna offers the Punaragamana. Lord Rama is grateful to you, thanks him and says, very kind of you. And Krishna, it's not mine. My brother Ravana stole it from Kubera. So I'm just lending it to you. And I'm very happy that in some way I'm being of some service to you. I owe everything to you. You made me the king. You removed Ravana and his evil clan, his ministers and his associates, his children. You've given me Lanka, so you made me a king. And you freed this world from a big tormentor. So, and I absolutely, what is the right word? I've been immersed in happiness and bliss and ecstasy from the time I've been meeting you and serving you and helping you, Krishna says. So it's a small thing for me, taking this Punaragamana. Then Lord Rama is making all arrangements to get into the Punaragamana and leave and all that. Then Krishna comes back to Lord Rama and says, my dear Lord, See, whatever interactions I've had with you so far have been on the battlefield. You came here to Lanka to fight with Rama. And we only saw that part of your personality, the Kshatriya part, the valor, the strength, the courage, all that. But we have not associated with the other part of your personality. Now, if it is okay with you, can we all request you that is it possible that we all accompany you to Ayodhya because we want to see the Pattabhisheka, how you are taking over the kingdom. We want to see and we want to spend some time with you and be of some service there also. This is a prayer that Vibhishana makes. Of course, by the time all the Vanara leaders are also there, then Lord Rama breaks into a smile and tells Vibhishana, I was about to ask you to come, and you yourself offered to come. That's very nice. And Vibhishana will say that anyway, this Pushpaka Vimana, as many tickets as you buy, that much it will expand. I mean, unless the government says no tickets for these and these, and as long as there are tickets, Vimana will keep expanding. So we can all go. Like that, they all get into the Pushpaka Vimana, all the leaders of the Vanara army. Actually, I read two versions. One version says only the leaders were invited. Another version of Ramayana, I can't remember where I read. It says, Rama will say, everybody come. All the Vanaras come. But in one version that I read, it says the leaders, not Rama takes. And then something very interesting happens. Rama takes, he's standing next to Mother Sita, gets into the Pushpaka Vimana, and then they take off and they're going. As they're going, Lord Rama sees the Ashokavana where Sita was held captive from up and sees practically the whole of Lanka, he sees, and he is flying over the battlefield. Like Kurukshetra was a battlefield, Lanka there was a battlefield. And it's amazing, so surprising to see. Lord Rama is explaining to Sita, Mother Sita, this is the place where Prahasta was killed by Nala. This is the place where Kumbha, Nikumba, the two sons of Kumbhakarna were killed. One by Sugriva, one by Hanuman and Angada. This is the place where Sugriva fought with, Akampana or Aksha. These are names of different Ravana's leaders, generals and commanders and children, his own sons. So he is explaining in detail to Mother Sita, this is where this battle happened, this is where I killed Kumbhakarna, this is where the final battle with Ravana happened. But basically he's telling who killed whom, where, how the battle went on, he's briefly describing the battle also. So, it strikes one as how carefully observant Lord Rama is. He may be here Giridhari, but he's also seeing who's cooking in the kitchen right now. It's very surprising, actually, it's stunning to read that portion where Lord Rama is explaining to Sita, this is where he fought this battle. And that battle was very nice, very amazing. It was, my hair, Rama is saying, my hair stood on end, I was worried. What happened to Angada? As he's lashing out at Nikumba or something like that, Nala, Neela, Lord Rama lists the names of all the Vanara leaders and says, these are the, and then he taunts Mother Sita. He actually taunts Mother Sita a little bit and says, all this for you. All this because of you. All this happened for your sake. This battle, all these people came to fight for you. Oh, I forgot to tell one more story before they board the Pushpaka Vimana. So after Darshanatha goes away, Brahma, Indra is there. They are all thanking, they are all offering praise to Lord Rama. Thanking him for freeing the world from the evil clutches of Ravanasura. Actually, Ravanasura has 10 heads. So how do we relate with killing of Ravanasura? It's also explained in the scripture that 10 heads, each head denoting a particular anartha that we have. So when Ravanasura is killed, and we read this part, we should wake Lord Rama, just as he killed Ravana. Lord Rama's arrows must kill or remove the demoniac tendencies, the 10 demoniac tendencies that we have, so that we can serve Lord Rama nicely, peacefully, joyfully, ecstatically, and we are not tormented by these anarthas, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, bhaya, nidra, like that, totally 10. So we should pray that just as he killed Ravana, Lord Rama should mercifully glance at us also and kill all these demoniac tendencies, so they don't disturb us when we are doing devotional service. Like that. So he's glorifying Lord Rama, thanking, just as the Devatas glorified Narasimha after he vanquished Hiranyakashipu. So this happens, and again Indra is so delighted, happy, all the Devatas are so relieved that this great tormentor has been knocked down, brought down. And like it is the culture, Vedic culture, they'll all stand in front of Lord Rama and say, is there something we can offer you? Is there a boon? We want to grant you a boon or something like that. Lord Rama will say, yes, actually yes, there's something you can do for me. And that's amazing what Lord Rama asks. Many of you no problem to know this. Lord Rama will say, these Vanaras, they were living peacefully in Krishna. I went and made friendship with Sugriva and messed up their lives. I took Sugriva's help to look for Sita, and then his armies came here with me, the Vanara Sainya came. They have nothing to do with my personal difficulty with Ravana. Ravana kidnapped my wife. It's not their wife that Ravana kidnapped. It's my wife, my consort. But they took it as if their wife has been kidnapped, and they came and they fought with me here. They risked their life. They left their peaceful situation there after Sugriva became their king. They came all the way down here. They built a bridge across the ocean. And they fought on my behalf. Many of them lost their limbs, lost their hands, lost their legs. Many of them died in the process of this battle. So Lord Rama will command Indra and say, I want you to restore all these Vanaras to the same position they were before the commencement of this battle. That means if somebody lost a hand or a leg or a this or that or something, they should not be rehabilitated. And Lord Rama will command Indra, say, even those who have died, bring them back. So that we go back with the same number of Vanaras that we came with when we go back to Kishkinda, when they go back to Kishkinda. Indra will be stunned. He will say, it's not an easy thing to do. It's a very complicated, very complex thing. I don't know how to do it, but I will definitely do it for you. So Indra engages all the Devatas, and then finally this is accomplished. So you can see again that Lord Rama is so considerate. Anybody goes out on his behalf, whether it's book distribution, harinams, whatever you're doing, whatever time or energy, they are the Vanaras who are ready to do everything, their own life. But whatever we do, we have to be very reassured that the Lord will remember and reciprocate lovingly, like He did in the case of the Vanaras. Reciprocate very, very lovingly. So, Varada was also overjoyed, very grateful to Rama, and then Devatas look and say that he is such a caring, perfect master, Lord Rama. And which is why confidently in the scriptures it is declared that whoever serves Lord Rama, he will not lose anything. Whoever surrenders to Lord Rama, serves Lord Rama, appreciates Lord Rama, he will benefit tremendously. Actually, there's another story. It's the story of Sampati and Jatayu. They are two brothers who were born to Garuda, they are children of Garuda. Jatayu, we know the story, but there's a story of Sampati also. So Sampati and Jatayu, when they were very, very young, they had a competition. And the competition was like this: who will reach the sun first? Both are birds, powerful birds. So both are dashing in the direction of the sun. Ferocious speed. They're going, furious speeds they're going. And as they go nearer and nearer the sun, the heat is increasing. So it is said that Jatayu's wings start burning away. And in order to protect Jatayu, Sampati goes on top of Jatayu and spreads its wings and protects Jatayu from the sunshine. And in the process, Sampati's wings are completely burnt by the sunlight, heat of the sun. So Sampati falls down. Sampati, by the way, is the elder brother of Jatayu. So Sampati falls down, and it falls down near the banks of the shores of Indian Ocean, somewhere there. So from that point onwards, Sampati is staying inside a cave. Because he can't fly, he can just hop around a little bit. And it's like that, and many years later, after this incident happened, Angada, Hanuman, Jambavan and others come to the banks of the shore of the Indian Ocean on their way to Lanka looking for Sita, Mother Sita. So in the story it is mentioned that when Sampati looks at them, Sampati is thinking, oh, today my luck is good. Every day I have so much anxiety thinking about what I will eat. Today some wanderers have come on their own and they're standing there. So it's easy for me, I just have to hop there, pick them up and eat them. Then it is said that actually Sampati would have got a boon when its wings were burnt. One time it was some seva to some Muni, some sage. And the sage will bless Sampati. You will regain your wings. When you offer some service to Lord Ramachandra in the Treta Yuga, when you offer some service, then you will regain your wings. So Sampati is talking like this, and it is said that Angada was there on the shore, a distance away. But yes, because he's a Vanara, extraordinary strength, he can hear what Sampati is telling himself, murmuring. Then he called Hanuman and others and said, he warned them, he says, this place is dangerous. There's this old bird, Sampati. Sampati has said that we're all its breakfast or lunch or something. We all come walk into this trap. We better be careful, we better go away. I don't want to die here, like Jatayu died, fighting Ravana in order to save Mother Sita. So maybe we should get out of this place. If we want to find Sita, we cannot become lunch or breakfast of Sampati. We find some other place. Now it says, Angada is telling this to Hanuman. It says, Sampati hears what Angada is saying. Both of them seem to have some special capacity to hear. And Sampati becomes alert. It says, Jatayu died. Jatayu is Sampati's brother. And Sampati hops across to Angada, and then Sampati remembers the blessing. No, we have to go to Lanka to search for Sita and serve Lord Rama's mission. Like that they're talking. Then Sampati remembers that that blessing that the sage gave. When Sampati offered some service to Lord Rama, there's some seva to the mission of Lord Rama in that yuga. Its wings will grow again. Then Sampati becomes very relieved and says, alright, my time has come now. It is said in Valmiki Ramayana that Sampati will tell itself that, okay, they're not my breakfast or lunch. I will go down there and help them because I've seen Sita being carried. I've seen Sita being carried across. And my son, whose name is Supashwa, he also saw Ravana carrying Sita away. So I will relate to them. I will inform them that it is confirmed that Ravana took Sita. And then Sampati says that Sampati has a not only extraordinary sense of hearing, extraordinary sense of sight. Sampati will tell that If I raise myself, get my wings and raise myself, sitting here I can see Lanka because I have such sharp eyesight, Garuda hands. I can even see Ashokamana, and maybe I can even spot Sita where she is being held captive. And I'll pass on this information to them. It is mentioned in the Ramayana that the moment Sampati tells himself that I am going to hell, the wings of Sampati start growing again. Sampati's wings start growing again. This is the power of serving Lord Rama. This is the supreme power of serving Lord Rama. It is said that that benefit of serving Lord Rama will never be diminished. Everything else will be diminished. But that benefit that we get by serving. So it's said in Kali Yuga, even if you make a resolve, or you tell yourself, that you are going to serve the Lord, you wish to serve, you wish to chant, you wish to become a nice devotee, you wish to serve, you wish to serve unconditionally with love, you wish to serve the Vaishnavas, you wish to serve the Krishna of your Guru, you start getting the benefit, even though you may not have started the service. And if you actually serve, you can imagine how much more you will be blessed. So Sampati will then walk across to where Angada is, Hanuman Angada, and instruct them which way to go, how to go, what obstructions you may find on the way. And actually this Jambavan, of course Jambavan reminds Hanuman of his blessings that he gets. What I am saying is that every character who appears in the Ramayana, Sampati, Jatayu, Jambavan, Sugriva, Guha, Vibhishana, I mean all principal characters who appear in the Ramayana. They're Lakshmana and so on, Shatrugna also. They're all very, very unique personalities. The whole Ramayana is a very mystical, I would say, Leela of Lord. Very, very mystical. So much so that there's mysticism even in the way Ramayana is written. Valmiki gets blessing from Narada and he gets the blessing reconfirmed by Brahma. First Narada, then Brahma confirm their blessings to Valmiki and says, please write Ramayana. And by the way, in Ramayana, Valmiki is a character of the Ramayana. He enters at a point of time when Mother Sita is sent into the forest, she's pregnant, and she enters Valmiki's ashram. So there is something that happens before, there's something that happens when, I know there's something that will yet to happen, but Brahma will say, you finish writing. Then Valmiki will say, how can I finish writing? Because, you're telling me that I will also be a character, I will be involved in Ramayana, the story of Lord Rama. But how can I write about something that has not happened? Then Brahma will give a blessing to Valmiki that you have my complete, unconditional, wholehearted blessing. Whatever you write about the future is what will happen. And whatever is going to happen is what you will write. Don't worry, go ahead. So then Valmiki gets the courage because he has been blessed by Brahma. And then he writes how Lord Krishna will appear in his ashram and what happens afterwards and how they grow up. And it's not happened yet, but he writes that this is what will happen, they'll go back and their father will develop an attraction for them and like that. He writes future also. So even the way Ramayana is written, it's very mystical. It's very special. So every aspect of the Ramayana is and by the way, it is said, our acharyas have said that Ramayana is also a place, a book where we can learn about culture, how we have to behave as a father, as a brother, as a disciple, as a husband, as a son, as a king. And one year in the battle, how one has to be, we learn about that also in a very inspiring way we learn. So that is how he gets into the Pushpaka Vimana. Then the Pushpaka Vimana takes off. And after describing the battlefield where Lord Rama is explaining to Sita, this is where this battle happened, this is what happened on the first day, the third day. You can't help but realize that Lord Rama really cares, really is observing, really meditates on how his servants are, his associates are serving him or struggling to serve him, trying to serve him, and how he is very grateful to them. So this is the mood of Ramayana. How Lord Rama is grateful to anybody who does even small service, small bit of service. And those who sacrifice more, Lord Rama becomes even more grateful to them. Even more specially reciprocates with them. Like he performed the Antima Samskar of Jatayu. Jatayu is just a bird. Lord Rama becomes so grateful to the sacrifice of Jatayu. Jatayu tries to rescue Mother Sita, but fails. Jatayu is actually crying and apologizing to Lord Rama, saying, I'm very sorry I let you down. I couldn't save Mother Sita. I'm very old now. Had I been younger, maybe the story would have been different. I'm very, very old. I tried my best, but he cut my wings and I fell down. So, the only seva I can do is tell you that I tried to save, and I can tell you that it is Rama who kidnapped your wife, and so you should head to his kingdom, which is Lanka, south of where we are. So this is the only service I can do. Kindly accept this small insignificant. Rama, so what do you mean insignificant? You're giving your life to me. You gave your life to me. And I don't know how to repay it. Lord Rama tells that I just don't know how to repay this. And Lord Rama stays back till Jatayu leaves the body, stays back till Jatayu leaves the body, and performs Antim Sanskar just as he would perform for a human being, for a Brahminical human being. Lord Rama performs Antim Sanskar for Jatayu. And it said that that place is Lepakshi, some people say it's somewhere in Kerala. A lot of people contesting, saying no, it's here it happened, this is where it happened. I don't know exactly where it happened, but there is some claim that Lepakshi Nath is where Jatayu fought and fell down. Some place in Kerala. But wherever that may be, maybe different yugas, different kalpas, like that it happened in many places. But the fact remains that Lord Rama is so grateful. Actually, Lord Rama regards Vibhishana as a friend. And he tells Vibhishana after he coronates him as the king, he says, I'm grateful to you for your advice you've given me. For standing by me in my darkest hour, in the time when I was in great anxiety, for supporting me, standing by me, helping me. Vibhishana helping me. It's why he's thanking me. We have to serve you. You're the Lord like that. Rama says, no. Because Rama appears as a human being. So then you also see an incident when Hanuman is dragged into the court of Ravana. And he's tied up by Angada's, Indrajit's weapon. So Brahmastra was used to subdue Hanuman. But Hanuman jokingly tells Ravana, I am Hanuman, I am the son of Vayu, I am the servant of Lord Rama. And Lord Rama is so very powerful, you cannot imagine. And by virtue of being his servant, by virtue of being his messenger and servant, even I become powerful. Not that I am inherently powerful, but by virtue of serving the Lord, I am so powerful. I have also got so many blessings because I am serving Lord Rama. And then he tells Ramana, one of the blessings I have is that there is no weapon in this world that can subdue me. The Lord is surprised, looks at him and says, but you appear subdued now by the Brahmastra that my son Indrajit Meghanath launched. Hanuman says that I appear to be subdued, but you know what? I am doing that out of respect for the Brahmastra is given by Lord Brahma. If I don't subdue myself to Brahma, people will look at Lord Brahma very cheaply. Kya fayda hai? Not even trapped with monkey. So Brahma will be made fun of. So out of respect for my dear friend Brahma, I am acting as if I am subdued. Ravana will be surprised and say, what is this? So within us, he just frees himself from that and he lectures to Ravana. He says, I know you are blessed, I know you are very powerful, but you must understand one thing. Hanuman is telling Ravana in the court, everybody is listening. You asked for one boon from Rama, that you should not be killed by Vidyadharas, Yakshas, Siddhas, Nagapurushas, Kinnaras. And you also asked for a boon that you should not be killed by Asuras. You are an Asura, you asked for a boon saying that you should not be killed by any other Asura also. Because you don't trust them. You Asuras have this problem, you don't trust each other. But my dear Ravana, do you know something? You exempted human beings, Vanaras and bears. Right now, Lord Rama has a coalition army comprising of human beings, bears and Vanaras. Doesn't it ring a bell in you? Doesn't it go into your mind? And can't you see that these three have got together, they are coming, they will be coming, and they will fight for you. If you can be killed, it can be killed only by these three. Now Rama is acting like that. Though he is as powerful as Vishnu, though he has all the qualities of Vishnu, this Hanuman is telling, Hanuman is a very knowledgeable person. As having all the qualities of Vishnu, as powerful as Vishnu, as radiant as Vishnu. Actually, in many ways, there is no difference between him and Vishnu, but he is a human being. He is the son of Dasa, born in Ikshvaku Kula dynasty. And you made the mistake. You could have kidnapped anybody else's wife or whatever, I don't know. But you made this mistake of touching Mother Sita. You made this mistake of touching Mother Sita. And then he thinks about Mother Sita also. He will tell Mother Sita, about Mother Sita to Ravana, he will tell. But Ravana is too carried away by arrogance and ahankar. And he's cursed also. So he cannot understand, he cannot even realize that the three big personalities, the three creatures who could destroy him have already got together and they're marching towards Lanka, or they will march. He can't understand that if anybody can kill him, it's the human beings, the Vanaras and the bears. And they all formed a coalition army and they're coming together. He speaks about Mother Sita. He says Mother Sita is not just a very transcendentally, supremely beautiful person. She's also he uses the word, some particular phrase he uses, Kala Netri, something like that he uses one phrase to describe, saying that when the destruction of the whole universe happens, it happens by her permission, by her consent and her wish. When the time has come, it is she who brings about the pralaya and the destruction of the universe. And she is like the universal mother. And you have gone and kidnapped her of all people. So I have come here as a messenger of Lord Rama, and I am very patiently trying to explain to you. I don't have any hopes that you will either understand or follow what I am trying to tell you. But nevertheless, I have my duty, because the next time I come, I will not come in this form. I will come in a very fierce form. I will not come to deliver my message. I will come with my army to deliver death to you and destruction to your city. So you're lucky that I'm not in that mood now. But he also says, I'm not in that mood because Lord Rama told me, go as a messenger, find out about Sita, Mother Sita, and come back. If Lord Rama had given me an instruction that go ahead, if you find Mother Sita, take suitable action, Whatever you think is necessary, I would have done that. I would have done that. Let me tell you that simply by the blessings of Lord Rama, me alone, I am enough to punish you and liberate Sita from your clutches. But I am not doing it because I don't have the permission to do it. So Hanuman is trying to warn. See, what I am saying is that every character he shows undisputed, undivided loyalty to Lord Rama, devotion to Lord Rama, loyalty, devotion, dependence, and completely surrendering themselves to fulfill the wish of Lord Rama. Right now, Lord Rama's wish is to free Mother Sita. So they are all cooperating with that wish, and they all become auspicious. They all become blessed. They all become very, very part of history, part of Ramayana. But Ravana can't understand, neither can he understand, nor can he relate to it, nor can he change. He will order that this person should be killed, this Varada. Then Vibhishana steps in ultimately and says, you can't kill a messenger. Then, very reluctantly, Ravana, because Vibhishana is very forceful, and he says, you can't kill him. That would be insult to you. People will make fun of you, saying, a messenger came from Lord Rama and you killed him. Then very reluctantly, Ravana says, alright, at least light fire to his tail. But he didn't understand that by lighting fire to his tail, he actually lit fire to the whole of Lanka. And that's what happened. Hanuman will say, okay, I'll give you one more introduction, and we will leave behind my visiting card also by burning this Lanka completely, and then I'll go back and report to Lord Rama. And then he says, Hanuman says, I'm just one among the millions of Vanaras who has come forward to serve, each one more powerful than the other. It's a special race, special species created by the supreme will of the Lord to handle you. Actually, in Valmiki Ramayana it said that Vanara doesn't mean monkey. It's roughly translated as monkey. Somewhere there's a commentary to sit and Vanara. Nara means man. Vanara means slightly different from a man, but not a monkey. I mean, because we don't have a suitable word, we say monkey. Monkey in Sanskrit is kapi. Kapi. They use a different word to indicate monkey. But it doesn't matter. In English, we use the word monkey. But they are a special species, because you must understand that all these species were children of the Devatas who came to cooperate and serve Lord's mission. And then as they are flying back on Pushpaka Vimana, they are overflying Krsna. And Lord Rama is telling, this is Hanuman's birth, this is native place, this is their kingdom, Sugriva's kingdom. They are not there in the Pushpaka, but Lord Rama is pointing out. Then Mother Sita will stop and say, I have one desire. Rama will say, alright, go ahead, tell me. And Mother Sita will say, how nice it will be if all their Dharma Patnis, wives, accompany them, come along with them to Ayodhya to witness the, what is it called? Pattabhisheka. Lord Rama will look at Sugriva, Hanuman and all of them. They are already ecstatic. They are already jumping and saying, Mother Sita ki jai, or whatever, something they are saying. So Lord Rama will indicate that yes, we will stop and we will take their wives. And Mother Sita will specifically say, I want to meet Tara. Tara is Sugriva's wife. I heard so much about her. I wish she can also come along. And then the whole Pushpaka will stop there and all of them will get on to it and then they go. They'll be so happy. All of them will go to their house and say, pack up 3 minutes only. Only 3 minutes I'll give you. Whatever you can carry in 3 minutes you bring. Imagine telling ladies, women, that 3 minutes packing time. They'll say, we'll take the next flight. But no, we can't hurry. Pattabhisheka, I should go suitably equipped. I'll just tell you one more story and then stop there. Very nice, very sweet story. As Lord Rama he stops and gets all the people on board and then he takes off from Krishna and then he's nearing Ayodhya and he decides to stop in the ashram of Bharadwaja Muni. Very sweet incident. Actually, he meets Bharadwaja when he was going into the forest 14 years back. That's one of the places that he visits, one of the ashrams that he visits before he goes into the forest. So while coming back, he wants to visit Bharadwaja. He stops there, offers his respect to Bharadwaja, pays his obeisances, takes blessings from Bharadwaja Muni. Bharadwaja incidentally is a disciple of Valmiki. And then he reports whatever has happened in the last 14 years in a very brief way. He says, I'm coming back. Bharadwaja says, yes, I know so many unfair things have happened in your life. You should not have gone to the forest. You should not have been there. Like that he says, consoles Rama. He says, hey, everything is ended now, you're going. And as is a custom in Ramayana, it's like a tradition now. Varada looks at Lord Rama with so much affection that he is upholding Vedic traditions and he's going to be the king now. And Varada knows Rama is the same as Lord Krishna, Vishnu, like that. And he says, you have come to my ashram, I am so pleased with this gesture that you have come to me offering respect. So now I want to, as is the tradition, I want to give you a boon. Everybody wants to give boons to Lord Rama. And Lord Rama asks for something very, 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 very thoughtful. Rama asks, this is not the season for fruits and other things. I want a boon from you. I brought all these Pandavas. I don't think they'll be very happy eating the rice dal sabji or something. They're forest dwellers. They dwell in the forest. It's not the right season though. I want a blessing that all the trees and forests and gardens and bagichas and gardens and everything, all the trees should be filled with very tasty fruits and nuts and whatever. And always full, very tasty, very sweet, very nourishing, very nectarian fruits and roots and like that, so that the wanderers have a nice time. And they should be filled, always full. Then Bharadwaja will smile and say, very thoughtful of you. You're such a great host, such a thoughtful host, you're thinking about how to take care of the wanderers. He says, so be it. So, instantaneously, by the power of Bharadwaja's blessing, there are so many fruits and so many things en route to Ayodhya, and the wanderers are so blissfully engaged in relishing these fruits. And it's like they pluck and then they go to some other tree, come back and there's again this tree is full of fruits. Actually, Bharadwaja had done that when Bharata's army comes to eat Lord Rama. So Lord Rama remembers and says, can you do that again for these wanderers? So again, it shows that how much Lord Rama cares, how thoughtful he is, how much sense of belongingness he feels towards devotees. How much sense of belonging? He feels they're mine, I have to take care. They came here to serve me, they're serving me, they're my guests. So it is in that mood that Lord Rama is so careful and so magnanimous and thoughtful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, there are more stories. Like I said, every little incident that Lord Rama that is described in the Valmiki Ramayana on his way back to Ayodhya is so amazing. I mean, his actual act of coming into Ayodhya is also nice. It's like the whole town is decorated with lamps and festoons and like that. But the fact how he deals with the whole process from the time he wins the battle to the time he comes, then there's something even more special, even more sweet, is when he meets Varada, when they reunite. But some other day we discuss running out of time. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya
questions, comments? Somebody wanted, when I gave the class, they said, where is that forest that Varada transformed? Give us the GPS location. Yeah. No comments, nothing? What about Vaikuntha kids, girls? No questions, no comments? Yeah?
There are a lot of discussions going on in the internet about Rama eating meat or not eating meat. So any such mentions in the Ramayana?
You see, the Valmiki Ramayana, there are some places, but it is said that their principal diet was always fruits, nuts, and such things. But it's also said that as a part of some sacrifice, like for example the Punaragamana or something, the animal that is sacrificed is, after that, the soul gets liberated, promoted. In some versions it is said that they take a little bit of that. Not, that cannot be considered as non-vegetarian diet. It's a sacrificial process, so they take a little bit of that. Not as a, you can make biryani or this and that. Not like that. That's not what it was. So, overwhelmingly, wherever you see, you must understand that it is a common allegation against, let's say, even Christianity has this problem, where they do translations from one language to another. So, food to eat, it is said that famous pastime of Jesus Christ, where he distributed fish on the slopes of a mountain and everybody was hungry. But the original Latin Hebrew version of the Bible says he gave something to eat. But because by that time the Christians had already degraded, so they translated it as fish. He gave bread and fish. So they were justifying that you can eat meat. So in the same manner, in the Ramayana, the word mamsa is not used to denote that the Lord ate meat. It's not used. So the acharyas, the Vaishnava acharyas, and the Smarta acharyas conclude that there is no direct, indisputable evidence that Rama was a non-vegetarian. It is evidence based on inference, interpretation, which it's not direct. And whatever is direct indicates that Rama was vegetarian. That is, he ate fruits, he ate nuts, he ate berries, he ate roots. That's what Shabari gave him. So, direct indication is that he was vegetarian, so were most of the people. There was Kshatriyas eating non-veg and probably other castes also, but they didn't do it like this. They waited for the animal to die and then they cook and eat. That is a very clear mention. It's not like how it happens now. Prabhupada would always criticize saying, we can't have slaughterhouse type of factories. But yes, was there meat eating in the society in the previous years? Yes, there was. Some people were eating. But that is after the animal dies and they cook and eat. They don't kill. There's no such thing as killing. The only killing of animals used to happen as a part of Vedic sacrifices, Shumeda Yajna, other yajnas. But that is in a ceremonial way, maybe a few grains or something like that. So all direct evidence shows that Rama was vegetarian. In fact, we have this problem because of some of the versions or translations of Ramayana, because they were done by people from an meat-eating family and tradition. They would like to conveniently add that Rama ate meat or something. But if you look at South Indian translations, and South Indians are a lot more conservative and like that. The translation tend to be different. So there is no irrefutable evidence that Rama was non-vegetarian. Whatever evidence we have indicates that Rama was probably more a vegetarian. So that's all I can say. Good question. In any case, it is a very principle that we can't kill animals to eat them. It is wrong. It is not permitted at all. Not permitted at all. It is sinful. Because the very word mamsaha in Sanskrit means whatever I am doing to this animal this life, you do to me next life. So I am eating you this life, next life you eat me. Who will eat? Once you know this meaning, who will eat? You think Lord Rama will eat? No will. Good question. Any other question? Yes?
No question. Just want to reflect on this point. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the wonderful class. So no question, just wanted to reflect on the point you said when all the Vanar Sena along with Lord Ram they were returning. So Lord Ram will ask the boon that whatever they have lost in their life, it should be, they should get that back, even if somebody has lost their hand and all. So one very nice thing for us to learn is that, when we are engaged in the service of the Lord, there is no loss at all. The Lord, whatever the Vanaras they lost, it was regained by them. They were joyfully engaged in the service and there was no loss at all. Thank you, Guruji.
Not only that, there's some acharyas comment saying that why bring them back to the original state they were. They have served you, they'll be even better. Even better, physically, mentally, intellectually, in every way. They'll be much, much more better, blessed, fortunate, auspicious than they were before they served you. That some of the acharyas comment like that. You serve Lord Rama and you just get back what you have. No, much more, much unimaginably more you will get, especially. Yeah, good point. Thank you very much. Okay? So it's recommended that today, tomorrow, in addition to chanting Hare Krishna mantra 16 rounds, maybe you can read some part of the Ramayana or come here to the temple. We expect a lot of people to come here today. There's a class there also. I'm giving a class there in Kannada. Maybe you can come, maybe you can. We expect a lot of people to come throughout the day, today, tomorrow, and celebrate this consecration festival. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
श्री श्री कामदेविका गिरधारी श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्री सीताबाई राम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय। A very very warm welcome to everybody for this Sunday feast. Nice to see a full hall. Obviously, who are speaking today. Thank you very much for bringing us in the mood of Ramayana, Prabhuji. Some amazing. It is always a Shravanam feast when we know Prabhuji is going to speak over Ramayana, right? So, thank you. And one point as a takeaway, even the resolve to serve Vaishnavas, Guru, auspiciousness will start. So that is Kali Yuga. Thankfully, we are there. So, we know this, the moment you start thinking about wanting to serve itself, auspiciousness will probably start. It's a very good point to remember. So thank you very much. So can we all chant loudly 3 times? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So also thank Gurani for translations.
Yes, Prabhu. As always, very, very ready, ever ready to give your time, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. I'm sure all the devotees there will be happy hearing about this. Thank you, Prabhu. As always, regular announcements. First and foremost, nobody leaves this place. It is from the request from the team, temple management, that we all stay till we hear the Gopi Geet. Okay? So today's Gopi Geet is sung by Madhava and Tarvi. Okay? Thank you very much. Today's cooking, okay, Prashadam is cooked by the Dadadhar's team. So there is also Radha Gopinath Circle who is going to do the